Today we are camping at Country Acre Campgrounds just east of Ravenna on Minion Road. And as you come down Minion Road, here is the entrance sign for Country Acre Campground and Fun Park. You will turn in and check in at the building that you see with the open sign. This is a gated campground, so you will need to get checked in before they will raise the gate to let you through. Tina and me have camped at this campground probably a half dozen times over the years. We had some family reunions that were done here, and we brought our camper to stay in because this campground also has cottages. They have several places for showers and toilets at the buildings. One of the ones that's been here since when we first started camping here, with a pop-up camper, by the way, with our kids, is right over here by this playground. Country Acre Campgrounds has a nice small lake or large pond and that you can fish at, and they have, I think they might even have some boat rentals if you want to go out in the boat. We have 2 showers in here. We have 3 sinks. We have a urinal and 2 stalls. One stall looks bigger for possibly handicap, but I can't say for sure if it's ADA approved. You see some campgrounds, cabins over there that look fairly new that weren't there the last time we were here. Here's a door to a handicap outside shower. And here's your dump station if you are not camping with full hookups. They do have partial hookups and full hookups. There's a laundry facility in this building. With washers, dryers, and a small library of books. And I believe these are locked for right now, but I believe these are bathrooms that they might have unlocked in busier times. They have several sites here for weekend people, but they also have quite a few seasonal sites also. Some of their roads are considered one-way roads when you're driving through, so you have to pay attention to the signs and look at the map carefully to know. Here is a flower or a garden area, and they've decorated some of the power equipment with paint. They have back-end sites like these here. They have some sites down by the lake, but not many for big RVs. probably some would be better for pop-ups. And then here is a whole row of pull-through sites, which is what we have tonight. There's some back ends also on this pull-through area, but they do have some pull-throughs with full hookup. We've been back camping with some friends a couple times besides being here for family reunions and camping years ago with our pop-up camper with our children. So yeah, we've been here many times. Always seems to be a fairly peaceful place. As you can tell, there's mature trees, so there is shade in spots off and on throughout the day. They do have the gazebo here overlooking the lake. Let's walk down to the gazebo and take a look at the lake right now, and then we'll walk around the lake and show you some of the campsites. Like I said, most of the ones around the lake are seasonal. This is pretty much most of the weekend campsites out here, and then we come into the seasonal campsites. This is the middle of May 2022. So, because kids are still in school in the area, a lot of the parents take their kids home for the week. In the summer, there could be more around during the week. Here's another building with restrooms. Behind it, there's a park model. Over here, some playground equipment and 3 cabins that can be rented. This is a pavilion with a building that has a restaurant built into it. And looks like they serve pizza. There's ice cream. Wings and wing bites. I know years ago they used to do breakfast on Sunday mornings, but I don't know if they still do. Here are the 3 poolside cabins. We called that because they are beside the swimming pools. First we have here is the pool for the kids. For children 14 years and under. And then we have the pool for everyone else. Looks like they even have a lift for maybe a handicapped person to get into the water. Most campgrounds in our area of Ohio don't open their pools until Memorial Day, so they are not all ready just yet. And as we have the pavilion back here in the little restaurant, you can spend the afternoon here at the pool and get something to eat, or bring some food and stuff and maybe sit at a picnic table and eat your lunch. Looks like they got 2 pillows for people to jump on. Well, one's partially inflated. They're still working on things. Here they have like a splash zone for the children and adults possibly. Looks like they're replacing a broken basketball hoop for people to play basketball on. Here we have a go-go ball. The sign says go-go ball is like dodgeball that's played in a pit of sand. They have a few more blow-up things, probably for on the weekends, and especially Memorial Day and for kids. Straight ahead in this fenced-in area across the bridge there is the dog park. It's a nice sized dog park for a campground. A lot of room for a dog to run around in. Our dog's able to run really fast around there. And they do have bags for you to pick up after your dogs. Here's a couple campsites that would be good for either tenters or maybe a pop-up. You could back an RV in here, but there's no gravel and it's grass, so depending on your weight, you could get stuck easily, possibly. There's a water spigot there and electric. I know when we seasonal years ago, we would go out sometimes and stay for a week or 2 weeks or a month at a time, sometimes depending on where our jobs were. At the time, we both worked like 15 minutes from there, so we were able to stay at the camper. They do have a swan here on the lake, and here's the swan, and you can see this is from one end of the lake, how pretty it is here. Anytime we've camped here in the past, I don't remember it being exceptionally loud on the weekends, and even though there may be a lot of people around, yes, people gather together and do things together at the different campsites, but nothing out of the ordinary that would make me not want to camp here. To me, it's still a peaceful campground. Up here is where a lot of times they put their tent campers. You get a fire ring, a picnic table. There's half dozen or more picnic tables and fire rings, so they're kind of spread out. They do have a porta potty down the way here for them to use if they need to, and there's a water spigot with a hose attached. And on the other side of the lake, there's always the bathhouses and showers if they need that. Once again, you can see how some of the people that are seasonal build decks and decorate their sites for the season. Years ago when we were here, there seemed to be a whole bunch of older RV travel trailers along this road on this side of the lake, and my wife has made the comment us walking around this week that it seems like most of those are all gone, and there's a lot newer RVs in here. You know, you go to some campgrounds and it seems like there's a lot of old 20, 25-year-old broken down travel trailers and setups. And it just makes the place look and feel a little bit junky, like no one cares and takes care of it. And the campground owner don't care. But this one seems like a lot of those have moved on or gotten rid of. It's nice to see newer RVs that are taken care of. As I keep saying, this is a pretty lake, especially during the day when the sun's out. And then these are seasonal RVs to the right here. They still have a lakefront view just across the road and down through the grass. In the evening time, you'll hear bullfrogs and other frogs, crickets. In the daytime, you'll hear birds. You'll see squirrels running around. This is a nice lake for fishing. I've caught quite a few fish. Of course, threw them back in during the family reunions years ago. I would walk around the shore and fish with lures and bobbers and bread and worms. One of my favorite things to do is to come to this pier down here and just kind of like just put a bobber with a hook and some bread on the end, and right underneath, all you gotta do is drop it down in there, and within probably 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you'll be pulling up a little bluegill or sunfish or something. Sometimes we cast out also, but a lot of times all you gotta do is drop it right below it. It's fun for children. When we had friends here with their kids, I would bring them down here because they didn't go fishing usually, so I brought them down here and would help them fish and learn how to catch a fish and possibly take it off the hook. So it's a good place for some beginner fishing people or fishing people that don't get to fish much. You can come out here, you can hang your legs over the dock and sit. There went a frog in the water. Back here behind me, you probably heard them jump. Some pretty big bullfrogs in here. But you can hang your legs sitting here and they won't touch the water. Once again, you can see the beauty of it here. It's a little breezy today. some scum in the lake, but the owners are working on cleaning that up as best as they can, besides getting the campground ready for Memorial Day in a few weeks. And they opened up, I think, the middle of April. A lot of seasonal people out here working on their decks and getting stuff set up for themselves. So this is Country Acres Campground east of Ravenna, Ohio. Me and my wife like it here, and we would recommend this to anyone who wants to, looking for a place to camp in this area, or if you're driving through and you're looking for campgrounds for a night or two. It's a nice place to stop. The rates, we feel, are reasonable. They're in the $40 range for back in or pull through full hookup, which is reasonable today in 2022. And if you got any fishing gear, you can do a little fishing. And they've got the swimming pool when it's open if you want to do some swimming. Thank you for watching our review of this campground.